I'm telling you who I am. I'm giving you who I am.
I'm gay.
I'm a lesbian.
I am actually pansexual.
I am transgender.
俺はカバネだ. Wow. There's so much prejudice these days. I mean, look at this guy. He can't even identify as a half-human, half-man-eating zombie without these people getting terrified and trying to shoot him. Is the world so crazy right now with zombies terrorizing cities that one guy can't crave 1 or 2 or 3 gallons of human blood without being immediately judged for it? I mean, see, this is why we need more awareness. This is why we need freedom of speech. This is why I need zombieism! So Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress recently finished airing, and in my opinion it showcases some of the best and worst attributes of Tetsuo Araki as an anime director. Tetsuo Araki, for those of you who are unfamiliar, is the director behind such shows as Death Note, Guilty Crown, High School of the Dead, and what was that one show everyone was talking about a few years ago? Oh yeah! Attack on Titan! Hey, good to know you were pushing back season 2 to make exactly the same show you just fucking made, you bloody bellend. I'm just messing. See, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress and Attack on Titan are totally different. I mean, sure, some might say there's some similarities between humanity being pushed back behind walled cities in fear of the threat of man-eating monsters, starring a passionate, impatient main protagonist fueled by vengeance, who happens to be a human with special traits of the monsters they are fighting, complete with a badass female sidekick who is the real one doing the ass-kicking in the show. And don't forget, it screws over its writing halfway through the show, so you see, it isn't really an Attack on Titan clone at all. It's a Guilty Crown clone. Alright. In all seriousness, the two are different series in their own rights. But while there are certainly differences in the themes and directions towards the end of the series, Kabaneri is never quite able to shake the shadow of its predecessor. And in the end, it feels like it was a lackluster version of everything Attack on Titan was able to achieve. I say this as someone who didn't think Attack on Titan was amazing. Sure, it had some great moments and was an exhilarating ride from start to finish, but it had plenty of issues with its pacing and character writing, which is what stopped me from putting it up there as one of the best. It was a good anime, all things considered, but Kabaneri failed to capture any of the magic it had. The problem basically boils down to 2 main factors: plot and characters. It's feudal Japan and superpowered zombies called Kabane have invaded the earth, so the only way that humanity has found a way to protect themselves is by building giant walls and using weapons that look like the result of some drunken redneck experiment that should never work in real life. There are also these people who are half human, half Kabane, called Kabaneri, who have heightened abilities because fuck, it's anime, and goddamn, if we're gonna have superpowered zombies, we need Super Saiyan zombie humans to fight them back. It's Attack on Zombies Steampunk Edition, and that's fine. Sure, zombies are cliche, but shit, it's steampunk in feudal Japan. What's not cool about that? Nothing's wrong with a premise that's been done before as long as it's executed well, but unfortunately, it's not. See, while in Attack on Titan, it felt like humanity was really in a hopeless situation and that there was little they can do to fight against the Titan threat. In Kabaneri, while the Kabane themselves do actually look genuinely terrifying, a lot of the danger is simply there from stupid character decisions that are only made to find some way to cause chaos for the story, and it's not very surprising at all when the situation gets fucked. Do we take the safe route or shall we risk the shortcut that takes a much more dangerous route where nothing can go wrong? Oh, whoopsie daisy, where did this Kabane horde come from? It's not like I was warned about this before coming here. Or how about that one episode where for some convoluted reason Mume decides, oh, her name's Mume by the way, Mume decides to ignore the objective the rest of her team are working on and goes off by herself to get some solo kills. Congratulations Mume, you got play of the game. That's fucking fantastic, and these are some sick plays. But let's see how the rest of your team are doing. Oh, look, everyone's dead because you lured the horde in, but don't worry, at least you got a great KDA, you dumb bitch. Fuck this shit, I'm not playing with you again. It feels like the biggest danger to humanity aren't the Kabane, but their own stupidity. And it takes away from any legitimate tension or fear when you know that the plot is being moved along by someone's sheer illogical stupidity. It feels unnatural, and because of this, it's hard to care about anything that happens in the show, since ultimately, you kinda think they bloody deserve it. But boy, does the series try its hardest to make you care. It uses the same technique seen in Attack on Titan, where the music blares in your face and characters shout at the top of their lungs every time something dramatic is supposed to happen. It lacks any kind of subtlety, but hey, it's an effective technique. I mean, how else is the audience supposed to get hyped up for a scene if everyone's not shouting their fucking lungs off and the music isn't big and dramatic? I mean, people are stupid. How are they supposed to know how to react? Can you even hear me okay? Sorry if this isn't making any sense. Maybe I can shout a bit louder for you to be able to understand. And none of this is helped by a cast that is either bland, undeveloped, or just plain unlikable. You have Cabbage Hair Eren, Miss KDA, That's One Hime, Gaijin-san, Samurai Friendzone, and God damn! What are you still doing here? Go to the next part of the video. Go to the next part. Go to the next part of the video. The issues with the characters become more apparent during the second half of the series when a villain is presented, and the show changes from a fight for survival type of story into a revenge plot. But instead of adding any depth into the characters, it instead makes everyone more cliched. And the villain ended up being an unsympathetic psychopath who had little reason to go as far as he did to want to, well, fuck up the entire world, apparently. Now, you may be sitting there thinking, oh man, Gigark, you're really tearing the show a new one. Come on, that's not fair. It wasn't that bad. It's not fair that you compare it to Attack on Titan. It's its own show with its own thoughts and feelings and shouldn't be judged based on appearances because it's beautiful inside. It's a beautiful butterfly waiting to spread its wings. Let it fly, Gigark, let it fly! And maybe you're right, but that's because seeing a series like this upsets me. It upsets me because there's obviously been a lot of work and passion that's been put into this, and it shows. Visually, the series looks gorgeous, and not just because some of the action sequences are absolutely stunning, but you can tell that a lot of thought has been put into the look and feel of this world. So much attention to detail has been put into how the world presents itself, to the little intricacies of the steampunk technology used in the train and their weapons, the design of each individual settlement they visit, every character having their own unique style and quirk with this vintage art style, to the Kabaneri looking genuinely terrifying from start to finish as opposed to giant naked monsters with Down syndrome. It feels like a living, breathing world that could actually exist, and something like this doesn't come along with no thought put into it. The music is also exceptional, with the opening theme being done by the Egoist and the soundtrack being done by Hiroyuki Sawano. Whether you're bored of Sawano's bombastic sounding tracks or not, he definitely knows how to make tracks hype you up to no end, and it definitely fits with Araki's directing style. So with all that said, it blows my mind how a show which seemingly oozes passion and effort from the people behind it can somehow feel completely bland and uninspired at the same time. It's an oxymoron! This anime is an oxymoron! This girl is an oxymoron! Everyone in the show is a fucking moron! God, why is everyone in the show so fucking stupid? So much potential was dropped, which is a huge shame because there's actually a lot that this show does well. And I think a lot of it is down to the director and the team he works with, because this isn't the first time they managed to take something completely bland and actually make something out of it. High School of the Dead had no right being as fun and entertaining as it was. Guilty Crown, for the absolute mess in writing that it contained, actually had some scenes that touched me. And Attack on Titan would never have hit as hard if he didn't have a hand in it. What Araki is great at is being able to make scenes that hit really hard even if he has no right in doing so, making us care for a second about characters we really shouldn't care about, or making dumb cheesy action scenes into blood-pumping sequences that keep you on the edge of your seat. Even with trashy source material, he's been able to make something out of it, but the problem with Kabaneri is that it doesn't do anything new while never being able to surpass what came before it. There might be some well-directed individual scenes in it, but no death hits quite as hard, no scene quite as shocking, and no fight quite as big. As it stands, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress feels like a failed Attack on Titan inspired show. I know plenty of people will tell me I should judge the series based on its own merit, and while some of the themes are different, it doesn't manage to achieve anything that Araki's previous work hasn't already done better, even when it tried going a different direction. Even if I were to judge it by itself, it would have been a visually stunning, completely average show that, thanks to its writing and characters, dropped its potential to stand up there with the greats, which it easily could have done with the passion that was obviously put into it. You will enjoy the show more if you never watched Attack on Titan, but I see no reason to recommend it over it. But now, can we at least take a moment for all the men who watched this, who suddenly came to the conclusion that, oh god, the fangirls from Free were right all along! Back muscles are sexy, how are we so blind? Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. A huge special thanks to Videlis JP, Jocelyn Adkins, Craig Watson, Andrew McClellan, and Shameless. And of course everyone else who supports me on Patreon so I can keep doing what I'm doing. I really hope I pronounced those names correctly. And well, you guys wanted a review and this is what you get, kind of. I wanted to distance myself from my old reviewing style since I think it's a bit dated right now. And I think it's much more fun talking about certain aspects of a show that actually stood out, rather than just sticking to a rigid reviewing structure every time. So tell me what you guys think of it, but until then, I've been Gigark, and I'll see you all next time.